After I install WordPress, there's a couple of things that I like to tidy up that can make it look more professional pretty quickly. So here's the home page just after install. There's a few things here that I like to remove. For example, I don't like leaving the meta information or the uncategorized category. There's also comments left on from Mr. WordPress, and the Hello World post is very generic. And you can see the generic post and comment here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to edit the Hello World post. So here's the post here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the post title. Add in some generic text. Remove the generic text. Say hello. And just add some information that's more specific to us than the general WordPress info. Just adding some text that's a bit less generic and more friendly than the generic WordPress information. And I'll just change the permalink as well to something more specific. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to click on update. So that's refreshed and we can see that it's been updated. Next thing I'm going to do is look at the categories. I don't like the uncategorized category, so I'm going to add a new category here. I'm calling that news. I'm just going to click on the add new category button here, and you can see that my new category has been added. Now I'm going to go back to the original post and edit that. And I'm going to change the category that it's in by ticking news and then ticking update. So we can see now that this is going to be in the news category. So when I refresh that, you can see news. Okay, that looks a bit better. We still have the uncategorized category here, so I'm going to go to the settings and go to writing, and I'm going to change the default post category. So I'm going to select news. So now when I write a WordPress post, it's going to default to news. And I'm also going to turn off the converting the emoticons because I don't like the images that come by default with WordPress. Last thing I'm going to do here is enable the XML RPC, which allows you to blog from your mobile phone. So I'm going to update those options there, and then go and refresh. And now we can see the only category there is news. Right, the next thing I'm going to do now is look at this comment. So I'm going to click on comments, and there's a comment from Mr. WordPress. I'm just going to delete that by clicking on trash. So now if we refresh, and we can see that there's no comments left now. Okay, the next thing is I see that the admin name is displaying there. So I'm going to go into users, and I'm going to edit the admin user. And I'm going to update this to include my first name, Alistair, my surname, McDermott. Now what I want to do is, there's an option here, you can add your website URL, selfassemblysites.com. I'm not going to change that, I'm going to update profile here. And then one final thing, the display name publicly as, I'm going to tell it to display my name. It gives you a couple of different options from the information you've added here. So I'm going to choose Alistair McDermott and then click update. So now when we go back and I refresh the page, I see now that it has my proper name rather than the admin username. Starting to look a lot better already. Okay, so this is the home page, and I noticed that there's an option for a comment on the home page. Also, if I go out to the services page, I can see that there's options for people to leave comments on that as well, just like on a normal blog. And I don't really like that on normal pages. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down to Pages. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to select all by clicking on the little tick box beside Title and choose Bulk Actions and then Edit. So what this allows me to do is make changes to all the pages at one time. So I'm going to choose Comments Do Not Allow and then click Update. Now if we go back out and refresh, and we can see that the comments box has, yep, it's disappeared. And go back to the home page and we can see the same. And in fact, if we go out to all of the pages, we can see that there's no comments. So there we go, there's no comments boxes for people to leave reply on any of the normal pages. They'll still be there on the blog pages though, on blog posts. Okay, so I've got a contact form here on the About Us page, and that's in the wrong place. So this was something I was just doing earlier on to demonstrate the contact form. So I've updated our About Us page, and I'm going to go to the contact page and add that in here instead. So now the contact form has is on the Contact Us page, which is the right place for it to be. And the About Us page has no contact form, as it should have. Okay, so that's the basic tidy up that I do when I'm setting up WordPress for the first time.